Hey guys, we are in the home stretch, which means final time. All right, so instead of a big test, we are going to do a final project. All right, so this project, you are going to have to find images from either your world or the internet and apply some of the geometric properties that we've talked about throughout the year. All right, so this is going to be done in 3 parts. So first, you need to choose 4 topics and come up with ideas. All right, one of these images that you're going to use is going to be something that you use or see in everyday life. At least one. You can do all 4 pictures that you take of things that you use or see every day, but at least one of them needs to be. If you choose to not do all of them, of things that you use or see every day, you are going to use the internet to find pictures of works of art, architecture, natural wonders, or anything else that you can find to illustrate the geometric concepts. All right, the second part is you're going to analyze these images and discuss some of the geometric principles that you can apply to each image. And then finally, you will create a presentation using Google Slides in order to show your findings to me. You are going to download your Google Slides as a PDF and then upload them into the Schoology assignment final project. All right, so I've broken down into a timeline of how to break this project up to keep yourself on track. All right, so the first step is you're going to choose 4 topics and come up with multiple ideas for each topic. That is going to be submitted to me either by Monday or Tuesday, depending on your section. The reason I want you to submit it to me is then I can give you feedback and I can tell you which topics or ideas maybe won't work so well. And this gives you time to decide if you want to try something different or if you're going to move forward with it. All right, the next Zoom session, either Wednesday or Thursday, you are going to narrow it down to 1 idea per topic. So this is going to be what you are going to work with. I expect your rough draft due either Monday or Tuesday, May 11th or 12th, depending on your section. This will give me time to give you feedback on things that you need to tweak or that you could do better. And the completed project is due last day of school, Friday, May 15th. All right, the scoring rubric is on the next page in this PDF. You need, so a level 1, and I'll show you an example of some stuff that I put together. So you need to have at least 1 picture with an identified geometric relationship. A level 2 would be to have that picture or have at least 2 pictures and identify the geometric relationship. A level 3 is 3 pictures, 4 is 4 pictures. Then you need to analyze the geometric relationship for each of those. And then so having an analysis for all of them and then having a quality analysis. And this is probably where I will look the most at your quality of analysis. So I will show you some examples in just a minute, which will kind of clarify that. All right, so on the next page is a list of topics covered. These are all the things we've covered throughout the school year. You have access to the online textbook if you want to take a look at any of those. The link here is my.hrw.com. You can go to that website. You do need a username and password. Your username is found in the Schoology folder called Distance Learning Links and Codes. Everyone has a different username and they don't follow a pattern, so I can't just tell you it that way. So you will have to look up your username. The password is Math 2019. Everyone's password is the same. This will give you access to the online textbook that you can look up some of these concepts and figure out how to apply them. Other websites. So we have Jobs with Geometry, Architecture. We have Digital Imaging Project, which is artwork. We've got Nature Pics. You've got, and then 3 links on geometry in real life. These are not, this is not an exhaustive list. You can find your own. If you Google geometry in real life, you will come up with a wealth of resources that you can use to find pictures to apply these concepts. All right, so an example of what this looks like All right, so this is a slide that I put together. All right, so your title slide with your name on it. All right, A level 1 would be, I have a pool. I took a picture of a pool, I put it in a slide, and I said I calculate the volume of it. That would be A level 1. A level 2 would be, there's a picture of my pool, I calculated the volume at 707 cubic feet. I gave no work, I gave you no measurements. This would be A level 2. A level 3 would be, the volume is 707 cubic feet. I got that because I know the diameter is 15 feet and the pool is 4 feet deep. There's my formula. That's how I got my answer. A level 4 would be, notice everything from the level 3, but we don't measure water in cubic feet. We measure them in gallons. So I converted and I Googled the conversion. Feel free to use Google as your resource. I Googled the conversion. 1 cubic foot is approximately 7.5 gallons. So I converted it. My pool holds 5,300 gallons of water. I could also say, since my pool is not currently open or full, I could say currently I could measure how much water is in there. And I could figure out how much water I'm going to need to fill it and how many loads with the water trailer it is going to take me to fill it. That would be another example of a level 4 calculation. All right, so this is an example of an image I pulled off the internet. All right, this bridge has congruent triangles. That's a level 1. A level 2, this bridge has congruent triangles by angle side angle. A level 3 would be, this bridge has congruent triangles by angle side angle, and the reason I know it's by angle side angle is because I am assuming that C is the midpoint of AE, so I know that the angles at C are congruent because they're vertical angles. We have a right angle, and since C is the midpoint, we know that EC and CA are congruent, so I know that these triangles are congruent. I notice I also credited my image. Please do that if you were taking stuff off the internet. A level 4 would be actually doing what I said in the last slide, is telling me why, since C is the midpoint, telling me which angles are congruent and which sides are congruent so that I can prove the angle side angle. So this is a proof in here. You can also write it off as a 2-column proof, whichever you are more comfortable with. All right, this could even be made better by including measurements instead of assumptions. So actually measuring these, and if you notice that's a train, so you could measure the image. It's obviously not going to be the same as what the actual bridge measurements are. But you could take measurements and prove it using measurements as well. All right, so those are examples. When you submit these, the way that we are going to plan for this is, you will notice in Schoology there are planning sheets. So the first one I believe is actually called Topics and Ideas. So you will come up with a topic. You may not use the same topic more than once. You need to have 4 completely different topics. You will give me multiple ideas. We also do breakout sessions in our Zoom session, and you will discuss with your classmates some of the topics and ideas that you have, and they can give you feedback as well. I will give you feedback. You will then narrow it. You'll submit this to Schoology so I can give you feedback. Then you will narrow it down. I can give you feedback on there. And we will go from there. As always, if you've got questions, let me know. I'll do my best to work with you. We can through email or Zoom. Remember, this is your final, so make it final quality. Make it all typed out and nice and neat. And remember, you are not actually presenting this to me, so I need to be able to follow your line of thinking without you telling me. So make sure you've got it all written out clearly.